Now, Easter time and chocolate go hand in hand, and I'm sure lots of people out there have been munching their way through their particular favourite chocolate treats over the weekend. No problem for the majority, but what happens if you're addicted to the brown gold? Alan Kirwan's a hypnotherapist who delivers a healing aid called Emotional Freedom Technique that deals with a range of human conditions, including addictive cravings. Alan, you're welcome to the late lunch. I'm bloody starving.
Thank you, Gerry, for having me here.
I did what you said. I had nothing to eat since early morning today. I have my chocolate here. But before we go into this little experiment, what is emotional freedom technique? What is it?
Emotional freedom technique is where the mind and body combined, you can work with and make changes. Now, it's connected to acupuncture, but without the needles. It's called an emotional form of acupuncture. So we tap on energy meridians, which are acupuncture points in the body, and begin to make changes. Like everyone knows who feels anxiety or fear or anything like that it's a feeling in the body. And if that feeling isn't in the body, then there's no fear. So by working on this and working on the complexities of what might be connected to this with the mind, we can reduce or eliminate that fear, making huge changes for people.
So I mentioned the addictive nature of somebody who would eat chocolate. What else can it help with in terms of human conditions?
Well, we're talking about cravings here. So like the cravings, and the reason why chocolate is just because of the odour kind of stimulates the juices in your mouth. And I know you're very hungry here today already. But for the likes of crisps, and that's another thing where people would eat, or wine is one of the things that has worked with very well as well, because of the odour involved in that, because people, the sense of the wine. Now, it would be beneficial for people. Now, people might say, oh, well, it will help me give up drinking, but there would be anxiety driving why someone might drink. So you'd have to work on the anxiety behind that. But if someone drank a little bit too much wine, and he decided he wanted to cut down or eliminate it, what does happen with this, and I worked recently in the Acorn Centre in Wellington Quay there with about 32 people, and I would say 30 of them dumped the chocolate in the bin. And I have heard back that some people haven't even went back on chocolate since. So you're given a choice that, like, for someone who, let's say someone who's become a diabetic all of a sudden, and they have this difficulty of giving up something like this. There was a huge craving, and the doctor's saying, you can't eat it, that's going to kill you. So it may be of benefit to them to do something
like that. Now,
definitely.
The way it works is, you said, it's the same type of points that they use with acupuncture, but no needles involved.
No needles involved.
So, right, I have not eaten anything from this. What do you want me to do now? I have here this famous bar with nuts in it. Yeah, it's called a Snickers. We might as well say. Anyway, I'm going to open the bar here. What do you want me to do?
Well, we're working on the chocolate part of this now. I'm going to be asking you to say certain things and tap on certain points, and I'm going to go along with you to show you exactly what we're doing. Okay. And I know you have glasses on. You're going to have to take the glasses off.
That's no problem.
It's going to be in the way.
No, absolutely.
And you'll probably have to take the headphones off, because it might just be a little bit awkward for you to do. But we'll see how we go. Anyway.
Okay. Do you want me to do anything with this bar?
What I want you to do first is I want you to take a smell of the bar, okay? And on a scale of 0 to 10, whatever number pops to mind, now I'm not looking for conscious answer, because I'm hungry it's a 10. Whatever number kind of pops into your mind, just go with that number.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Do you want me to tell you the number?
The number.
It's an 8 anyway.
Perfect. That's because we're working with unconscious processes, whereas a conscious answer is kind of, no, it's 10.
Oh, that smells majestic.
Okay, so you have an 8. Okay?
I have an 8, yeah.
So what I'm going to ask you to do, and people can't see this, but they can go to my website, if you mention at the end, and see a VFT YouTube videos that you can watch and see how this is done. Okay. So if you tap on the side of your hand, we call this karate chop point.
There.
Just here, there. On the soft part.
Yeah. I'm tapping on it.
Part. Yeah. So tap on that, and you have to say these words after me. Okay. Just kind of don't have any disbelief about this. Just kind of go along with it.
Yeah, I will.
And say, even though I have an 8.
I have an 8.
Of this chocolate craving. I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
And one more time, even though I have an 8. Of this chocolate craving. I deeply and completely accept myself.
Now,
third time's a charm, so we have to do this 3 times. So even though I have an 8. Of this chocolate craving. I deeply and completely accept myself. Now we're going to tap on a point called the eyebrow point, but it's at the edge of your eyebrow. Exactly. There? You're just following me there.
Yeah.
Now use 2 fingers there, index finger, forefinger, and just say, this 8 of chocolate craving. And on the side of your eye, on the bone, this 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate craving.
Under your eye on the bone, this 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate craving.
Under your nose, this 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate
And
craving.
in between the bottom lip and the top lip, in there, this 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate
now
craving.
the collarbone point sounds like the collarbone, but it's actually, if you come down your neck, you come to a V.
Yeah.
And you kind of, where the bone moves off.
I have it here.
It's
This one.
point. Just 2 fingers there, just tap
2,
it.
yeah.
Say this 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate craving.
And now the silly one under the arm where a brass, brass strap is. This 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate craving.
I know it seems silly. And on the top of your head.
Yeah, I'm going to move the headphones.
Just move them a little bit,
yeah.
This 8 of chocolate craving.
This 8 of chocolate craving.
Take a deep breath in. And release that now. Very good. Now what I'd like you to do is smell the chocolate and thus just notice if there's any changes.
It's far less.
It's far less. What does it tell the listeners what it smells like? Does it smell more inviting or less inviting?
It actually smells a little bit less. It does smell. I can't get the
same. Okay.
No,
so we're just
it's definitely different. I can't. It's definitely different,
and you're starving.
I am hungry.
Is it as appealing as it was?
No.
Okay, so we're going to do one more time. Go
definitely. I'm being absolutely honest here.
Well,
I'm amazed that that's incredible.
Yeah. When I work with people, when I'm working, because I'd be working on emotional issues, I can't see inside.
How did you do that?
Well, you did that. I'm just a guide here. I'm always the guide.
I ain't joking. I'm being absolutely 100%. This is no. I'm not joking. I'm not tricking around it. I'm not trying to. Say, I'm being. If I came back and it was, I would tell you straight up, Alan.
Well,
but there's some there's something after happening.
If it became more difficult, if I was working with someone, because I work with difficult issues, we get a little deeper involved. But with the chocolate, it works so well with this. Okay, so we can work on the processes.
But what happened? What happened there for me?
When we tap on these energy meridians, so let's say, for example, we're working with someone with a difficulty, an emotional problem, then what happens is that the energy in the body starts to balance out, and it goes back to like a state of, you've eaten chocolate before, but you've never eaten chocolate before. And I've done this with myself, and you smell something, and I'm not going to say, I'm going to let you say.
Okay.
Your experience rather than me put words in your mouth of what happens.
What do you want to do now? Do you want to
we're going to go around this again, and what I want you to do is I want you to smell the chocolate one more time.
Again now?
Okay, just smell it. Okay?
Yeah.
And 0 to 10, what number of craving comes to mind?
Oh God, I have to say it's dropped way off.
So what number pops
4
in?
maybe, and it's dropping.
So we're going to go on this one again. So even though, just tap on the
same again. With one finger or two?
2 fingers.
2 fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, even though
I have this 4.
I have this 4.
Remaining.
Of
craving.
I
deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I have this 4 remaining.
Of craving.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
And
one more time. Even though I have this 4 of craving remaining. I deeply and completely accept myself. And the eyebrow point again.
Yeah.
This remaining 4. Side of your eye, this remaining 4. Under the eye, this remaining 4. Under the nose, this remaining 4. Chin point, this remaining 4. Collarbone point, this remaining 4. Under the arm, this remaining 4. Top of the head, this remaining 4.
When I move them again, this remaining 4.
Take a deep breath in and release that now. And as listeners are hearing us go through this process, the good thing about this is that this could be done over the radio, over the phone, once people understand where the points are and the issue we're working on. So it doesn't even have to be face to face. So it has lots of potential. This it was only created around the 1990s. So if we have time, I can give you a quick overview of that. But I want you to smell the chocolate now again. 0 to 10, what number pops to mind?
This is wacky. I can't understand this.
Okay.
That's even virtually. I'm getting very little sensation.
What I want you to do now.
No, and I'm honest. I don't know what's happened, but I'm down to 1, 2. What I
want you to take the tiniest piece, taste in your mouth now, and we're just going to do it one more time, just because I want you to get a really good effect of this. Taste it in your mouth. What way does it taste, even?
It tastes absolutely rotten.
Right, so we don't need to go anymore.
It tastes vile.
So what happens here is that people have been given a choice. I don't know if anyone's ever given
Alan,
chocolate.
I never. That's not chocolate. I haven't tasted chocolate there. I really mean this. It's a vile taste I'm after getting. What? Oh, no, I'm lost. Well, I had Keith Barry here. There's people playing with my head on this show.